Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It may contain adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings. Welcome to a very special Halloween-ish episode of Daniel's Dread Tales. This week, in a special network crossover episode, we're playing a game of Oops, All Draculas, with folks from all over the imaginary broadcast network. So, let's not waste any time and get to the game.
Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, starting with Chell. Who are you? Where are you from? What are your pronouns? And what's a fun fact about you?
Hello, my name is Chell. I am from the Fiends podcast, where I am the sometimes...
Not anymore!
Well, I'm usually the DM, but Shannon's been hijacking that lately.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, my pronouns are they, them. I am playing Claude the Aristocrat. For a fun fact about me, I don't have any fun facts.
Cool fun fact. Love to hear it. Next up, of course, we have Shannon, Chell. All of the things that I just asked Chell to do. Give me those.
I'm Shannon. My pronouns are she, her. I am on the Resting Glitch Face podcast. I am also taking Dice Fiends over from the inside. Sucker. I am playing Jasper Tucker, the sentimentalist, who has the pronouns he, him. And my fun fact is hard. It's hard to think of a fun fact. My brain doesn't work. That's my fun fact.
Cool fun fact.
Hell yeah.
Next up, we have Damien. Damien, tell me all the things.
Hello, I am Damien. I am going to, pronouns he, they. I'm going to be playing Dane, also known as Acid Override, the techno who got a little bit too into the movie Hackers in the 90s.
Love it.
Fun fact, I paint miniatures on Twitch most of the week. That's about all I got.
Cool. That is actually fun. And finally, of the players, we have Daniel. Daniel, who are you? What do you do? What's your favorite thing to do? What's your favorite thing to eat? What are your pronouns? What's your social security number? What's your mother's maiden name? What's your mother's maiden address?
Okay, we got some bonus questions there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Apparently.
I don't know. My name is Daniel David Fernandez the First. He, him. I am from the Daniel's Dread Tales podcast. I am the titular Daniel. And I will be playing a Nosferatu vampire known as the Ancient, though he has had many names. He, him.
His name's Gramps.
His name is not Gramps. His name is the Ancient.
So cramps.
And my favorite thing to eat is Vincenzo's Pizza. My social security number is none of your business. My mother's maiden name, you know what? Steal all my identity with the fact that her maiden name is There you go. You have it. Fun fact about me, I'm an award-winning poet. I won a big trophy at a cowboy poetry festival.
A cowboy poetry festival?
Does the trophy have a cowboy hat? I need to know.
It's a cowboy. It's like a big old cowboy.
Okay, cool.
Amazing. So usually my fun fact whenever I do these for normie things is like, oh, I'm on a podcast. And I'm like, I can't do that I can't say my fun fact for a podcast is I'm on a podcast.
Watch me do exactly that.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
Because I have to be next, because I also have to introduce myself.
Matt, can you introduce yourself? And can you tell me everything about yourself?
Yeah, totally. My name is Matt. My pronouns are he, him. I will be the Dracula master tonight, because we are playing Oops, All Draculas. And I will be everyone that is not any one of these four Draculas. They are not vampires in this book. They are not vampires in this world. Canonically, everyone here is a quote-unquote Dracula. And a fun fact about me is I'm on a podcast, and that podcast is called The Crow's Codex. You can find it everywhere that podcasts are free. And also as part of the Imaginary Broadcast Network, which is also where each of these people happen to be part of, whether they want to or not now.
Are you also taking over Dice Fiends from the inside?
Of course.
I didn't realize this was forced on us. I thought we
It's
joined
too
voluntarily.
late. I have your blood.
Oh gosh.
And that means I have the power over.
Yeah, and for some reason, Matt
Don't ask where I got the blood.
let me back on Crow's Codex after the last time when I just was not serious at all. So that's really an L on his part.
It is an L. I'm always taking L's when you're around. Alright, so as I said, we were playing Oops All Draculas tonight, and this is an RPG using the quote-unquote buddy system of tabletop role-playing games by Jessica Markham. You can find Oops All Draculas on DriveThruRPG at itch.io. Just search it. You're a smart person. Let us begin. We have a story to tell about these 4 Draculas and what it's like to live a day in their life.
You mean a night in their life, right? Yeah, you said a day. Don't you mean a night in their lives?
That's a good point. You got me. You can have some of your blood back.
Okay, thank you.
We find ourselves in the state of Massachusetts and in the fictional city of Worcester, which is known for 3 things: metal music, drugs, and a strange house just sort of on the edge of the city. And this strange house happens to have 4 unique individuals in it. But the thing about this house is that we need to learn a little bit about it. And that means we have to ask our Draculas a little bit about this house. So starting with Shannon, for
damn it.
no reason at all,
It's because you hate me now, too.
I'm going to ask you the first question that we need to answer to create this house, which is, what type of protection does this house have? Like wards, alarms, animal defenses, brambles, etc.
Alright, so I think first off, it has security through obscurity. It's like far back, you have to walk like a mile off the road to get to the house. So that's one thing. It also has some wards, and of course it has animal defenses because my minion is defending it. That's Lunch the horse, who is of course a bear and not a horse.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So the house is, people don't go to the house and there's nothing noticeable about it except for the bear that's outside.
I mean, there's like woods around it, and yeah.
Okay.
Like, he's not just like...
Okay, there's woods.
He's not just like wandering about, just like sitting in a field.
I mean, maybe he does sometimes.
Yeah, if he wants to, he's free to. He's a good bear.
So we have another question that we have to figure out about this house, and this time I'm going to pick on you, Daniel. Daniel, although apparently this house utilizes security through obscurity and it's kind of hard to find, why would children be afraid of this house?
First of all, I don't want to just repeat what was said previously, but the bear is one of the reasons children are afraid of the house.
He's a good bear.
But children, well, actually everyone in the town has dreams about this house. Horrible nightmares. Now, they don't usually remember them very well, and sometimes even when they do, they don't realize that it's about the house. But children in particular are more in touch with their spiritual and dreamlike side, and that's why they know this house. They've seen it in their dreams, and they will still mention it. Their parents and stuff, they sort of ignore it. Nobody really wants to talk about the house that they all have horrible dreams about, but the children are still curious.
Sucks for them.
Yeah.
That brings us to the next question. And this time I'm going to pick on you, Damien. What creepy thing is living inside of the house, aside from yourselves? Why won't it leave, and why do you like it there?
Okay, so, we've been in this house a long time. And, a few years back, one of us flushed, a small octopus down the toilet. And it kind of got stuck and grew to enormous size. And now, just kind of acts, every now and again you'll find a tentacle just sneaking out somewhere to snatch up a small rodent or something like that.
Well,
That's awesome.
Maybe a raccoon.
Why do you like it there, though?
Well, I mean, it keeps the pests away, for one.
That's good to know.
And a little bit of security, Somebody breaks in, seeing octopus tentacles coming out of the walls at them is, going to be probably a little bit disconcerting.
Somebody breaks in and the 4 vampires can't do anything about it. The octopus has it.
There's daytime.
hey, the priests get in there.
That's true.
Octopus just drags them down.
Oh boy.
All right, Chell, it's your turn to get picked on. What is broken inside of the house?
Aside from all of our dreams, the air conditioning has not worked in a while.
That's very unfortunate.
It is.
For everyone that isn't a Dracula, that's probably very uncomfortable. So that means, like, the animals and your manservant. We have 2 more questions to answer, so I'm going to pick on Shannon and Daniel again, because you happen to be in that exact order.
Oh, damn.
So Shannon,
Okay.
although this house is kind of obscure, it's kind of on the outskirts, as you've mentioned before, how does the house annoy the neighbors?
The lawn is so unkempt. We don't mow it.
We are the bane of the HOA.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, luckily we have the octopus.
Yeah, that's a good thing you have an octopus. Last question about the house. Daniel, what is your favorite part of the house and why?
I have it has a very large library. The books are full of arcane vampire lore. And I've been collecting books and scrolls and grimoires and tomes for all of the 3,000 plus years that I've been alive. And we have a nice library to keep all that stuff in. It also serves as sort of a place for people to get our work done when it's not, eating people. Like, I don't want to speak for, Acid Override, but I bet he does some work in there sometimes with the computers. There's also, like, we keep, all of your the Ancient doesn't really understand computers super well, but I think we also have, like, some tech stuff in that library as well.
How are the acoustics in there?
It is enchanted to be extremely quiet, actually.
Fucking rude, man.
Yes. Silence in the library, yes. Which is why I like to spend so much time in there, because all of you talk too much.
I do not know what you are talking about, Gramps.
I talk a perfectly normal amount, Gramps. I don't know what you mean.
So we got ourselves a house. We got ourselves a house that's kind of obscure. It's got a bear. People have weird dreams about it. There's a octopus that sort of lives in the entire thing, just tentacles happening to go wherever they need to. There's horrible air conditioning that doesn't work. The lawn is shitty and unkept. Dead grass, weeds, vines, all that stuff. And we know that this house has a tremendous, incredible library full of arcane tomes. And so we see this sort of general overview of this weird house on the outskirts of the fictional town of Worcester, Massachusetts. And our camera sort of comes in towards this house, goes through the window, and we see sort of the foyer. And on just about every walkable surface that isn't covered in cobwebs, dust, and various Dracula-esque accoutrements, there are dominoes. And we go down into a dark corridor, down into the basement, where we hear the sound of tick, tick, tick. We hear the sound of plastic touching on stone. And finally, the camera swoops down to a decrepit-looking man whose clothes look like they haven't been cleaned for quite a long time. placing dominoes down on the floor, and it's dark. You can barely see anything in here, but he's finally placing the last of his dominoes in this long sequence, this long chain. And he wipes his dirty, sweaty brow because the air conditioning doesn't work, and finds his way upstairs and goes to knock on Claude's door. What sort of thing would designate this as Claude's door?
It's a heavy old door. I think there is permanently a tie on it because he wants to seem like he's having a lot more sex than he actually is, which is none currently because Draculas.
We're the two most loser brothers that have ever existed.
But yeah, the tie, like, just wrapped around the door handle, it's starting to have, like, cobwebs around it. From how long it's been on there, yeah.
So this dirty man, probably in his mid-40s, raps on your door with the tie hanging from it. Dung, dung, dung.
Yes, who is it?
It's me, Dave Lord. I've finished setting up the dominoes. It took me 2 weeks, but I've covered the entire house in one long chain, as you requested.
Ah, good, good. Has my brother seen them yet?
No one has left their room in weeks, it seems. Should I fetch him, my lord?
No. I believe the dominoes will do a perfectly adequate job. And opening the door, Claude comes out. Thank you for your loyal service, Steve.
Thank you, my lord. May I please take a break now to get some water and food?
Oh, yes, you mortals do need that, do you not? Yes, go get your water food.
Thank you, Lord. And he shuffles off.
You can close the cage door behind you.
Of course, I wouldn't dream of keeping the door open. He shuffles off to get himself some food and water. But what does Claude look like?
Is our human minion's name actually Steve, or were you just calling him Steve?
I think it's Dave. You said Dave,
It is
right?
Dave, but he'll answer to just about anything.
Just checking.
Claude is a white dude with a scar on his nose. He has neatly kept brown hair with a beard and mustache and like 2 pointy ears. Not quite elf pointy, but get in there. He has plexiglass with golden irises, and he is wearing a cowboy duster currently with a pride pin on the side and a pair of pants, but not much else. And he's just perfectly kept, like I don't know what he was doing for these past weeks.
Being fabulous.
Dracula stuff, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, hot Dracula stuff.
Yeah, so your dominoes have been set up, which is definitely a thing you requested, not something I just made up on the spot. What do you do now?
Well, you see, the dominoes were part of an entire Rube Goldberg machine. Rube, he was such a good friend that he got eaten, tragically, by a Dracula.
Which one?
None we know, right?
None that we know, of course. I will call for my younger brother, Jasper. Jasper, are you still alive in your room? Just shout into the fucking aether.
So, camera swoops down the hallway past rows and rows of dominoes down to Jasper's room. What does Jasper's door look like?
So, Jasper used to have a tie on his door as well. But then Claude, because he wanted to be like his brother, and Claude's like, no, that's my thing. And so now Jasper has a sock on the doorknob, but it actually does get moved on and off.
What a flex.
Yeah. So right now the sock's actually just on the floor in front of it because it's not being used.
Yeah, you hear Claude calling for you. What is Jasper doing? Introduce us.
Jasper is in his room tuning his banjo and just plick plucking. He's not like actually playing. He's just like kind of tuning. It doesn't even need tuned, but he's still, starting the night out right. Jasper looks like he's in his 20s. He's got red, wavy, kind of unkempt hair with a little white poof in the front. The Jason Todd, if you will. And he's got green eyes that are kind of cat-like. Like his, damn it, now I don't remember what the I words are.
You got your sclera, your pupil, your iris, your virus.
He only has a virus because he's bi. That's how that works, right?
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So his iris is kind of bigger, wider than normal human eyes, and then his pupils are like cat-like, and he's got freckles, and he's wearing a button-up kind of Western style shirt that's kind of flamboyant. It's like flowery, like it's black, but then has a flowery pattern, and then he has a duster over it as well. Was that all the questions I have to answer about him? Now, can I?
Yeah, like what's his response to being called for?
What in tarnation do you want, Claude? I'm trying to tune my banjo.
Your banjo is tuned perfectly. I can hear it from here. You tuned it very well.
Oh, shucks, thanks.
I wanted to show you something.
All right, give me a second. And I strap my banjo to my back. I don't put it down. I just, shift it over my shoulder so that it's on my back, and I go to where Claude is. I would see the dominoes before I, as soon as I leave the room, right?
There's dominoes all along the hallway. It's very difficult to find places to put your feet, in fact, without hitting a domino.
Hey, Claude? What are these dominoes? I don't know if I can make it to your room without knocking them over.
Oh, that is what I didn't know. One moment. I don't know if I can. Oh, there's like a hallway that's just dominoes. I don't know how it's going to.
Yeah, Dave, did you tell him to do this?
Yes, I knew it was going to be your birthday soon, so I wanted to make you a thing of dominoes to push over.
Oh, Claude, you shouldn't have.
Oh, I shouldn't. I didn't. I got Dave to do it.
Oh, right.
It took him about 2 weeks, but don't worry, he gets to rest in his cage now.
Is that why we've been in our room? We had to be in our rooms for 2 full weeks?
Yes, that's exactly why. And no other reason in this that would become apparent as the course of the story goes on.
So can I do them now, or should I be at a certain point? Do you know, where the focal point is?
I did not ask him. I just said, Dave, my good friend, my manservant, make me dominoes all throughout the house. I assume they start at my room.
Oh, alright, so I, try and tiptoe and make it the rest of the way to Claude's room.
As Jasper is tiptoeing their way to Claude's room, we sort of pass over Jasper's shoulder down the hallway through the rest of the house to find Acid Override, aka Dane, wherever they may happen to be in this house, whether that's their room specifically or wherever they happen to be. Where is that, would you say?
I think at this point, right now, Dane's probably in their room. Generally, basically just, playing around on a smartphone. And, finding his next snack. Or their next snack, rather. Because, you gotta look through the financial pages for the high-quality blood. That's where that comes from. Yeah, so they probably at least heard a little bit of this. They kind of go and peek out their door, and all Jasper and Claude hear from the other end of the house is, the fuck is up with these dominoes?
It's a birthday present.
We see Dane saying, peeking out of their room saying that. What does Dane look like, specifically?
So Dane has white hair that is styled into somewhat of a messy mohawk. Fairly pale skin, and there's a scar across their left cheek. And the more striking thing about them is they have heterochromia. So one of their eyes is a emerald green, and the other is a reddish color. Hey, Gramps, I know you can hear me. You know anything about this?
Well, since we've invoked Gramps, this brings us to a question. If you were to introduce Gramps to this situation, or more accurately, the Ancient into this situation,
Yes, get the name right.
would we see where the Ancient, lurks within the house first, or would we just, hear their answer to the call?
I think, the Ancient does all sorts of weird stuff with his mind. He's the reason that people are having nightmares about this place. He, is sending stuff, and he can, send his shadow out to do his bidding as well. So that's the thing I have that as a power. I think maybe the only thing you hear, and he is shouting, but also maybe it's a mental shout. It's a little unclear when dealing with Gramps, as you guys call him. He is the Ancient. And he says, I know nothing of dominoes. Leave me to my business.
That was rude.
Oh, Gramps.
So we hear this very ominous "leave me to my business," and the camera swoops through the house, darts through holes in the walls, goes past cobwebs and creatures crawling through the inner parts of the house, and finally we burst through a small opening into the spot of the house in which the Ancient resides. What does the Ancient look like, and what is their dark bidding that they are doing?
The Ancient is a classic Nosferatu-looking vampire. The rest of y'all kind of look, vaguely human. Not the Ancient. I look essentially like a big, pale monster. I've got pointed bat-like ears, a bald head, pure black eyes. I have a little scruffy little bit of white hair growing on my chin. It seems a little odd that that's the only hair that I have. And sort of black, you're not sure if they're scars or veins that are all over my face and body. He is mostly naked, but though he is standing in the middle of the room with a black cloak. And he is muttering something quietly, and his focus seems to be somewhere else. And while he is standing there, his shadow is on the wall, and you see that it is moving around, and it looks like it's on the phone. Is actually what it is. The shadow looks like it's on the phone as the Ancient is reaching out into speaking into the dreams of someone half a world away for part of his dark plan to control the world.
Fantastic. So with that introduction, we swoop back to the people discussing the stupid dominoes in the house. Dane, you were on your phone. I'd imagine there's probably a number of electronic devices in your room. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah.
You are peeking out of your room, trying to figure out what the hell's going on with these dominoes. Gramps has said, leave me to my bidding, and, it occurs to you that just a moment ago, anything that was running off of power in your room has shut off.
Look at my phone, kind of make sure that the screen still turns on.
Mm-hmm.
Look back at everything else.
Because your phone has a battery, that totally still works, but everything else in your room is off.
Hey, Claude,
Yes.
did you pay the power bill?
I believe that you will find that power bills are below our concerns.
I assure you, they're
also,
not.
I've been sleeping for 2 weeks.
I assure you, they're not.
Oh, Dean. Come, let's see my little brother knock over these dominoes, and then we can concern ourselves with power bills and air conditioning and rent.
We pay rent?
Look, there are many things you do not know yet, but you will learn them in time.
I thought we just got, I just thought that any creepy house automatically belonged to us.
If no one comes asking.
All right, ready for dominoes? Gramps, are you sure you don't want to come? It's my birthday! Gramps?
Also, when the power went out, the white noise machine that was running in the ancient's room, which is the sounds of people crying out in pain and just the sound of blood dripping and whatnot, turns off. And that has disrupted the trance that he was in, though he was already done speaking to the dreams of this Russian he's trying to manipulate. And he sighs and begins to walk upstairs to go see what it is, because he's sort of in the bowels of the house, surrounded in and as you look around the room, because we didn't really see it before because he was sort of sitting there in the darkness, he's flicked on a light as he's sort of looking around trying to figure out what's going on. I guess he didn't flick on a light. He tries to flick on a light, but he doesn't flick on a light. It doesn't work. Well, I guess you don't get to see all of the maps with like strings all over them and like faces that are set up like an evidence board with like crazy red string connecting everything.
But we know it's there in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And thankfully he could see in the dark just fine, as long as he sort of activates his night vision, as it were, and he begins to go upstairs. He has no idea about this domino, so hopefully he doesn't trip over them in the dark.
Yeah, the ancient, ascends the horrific stairwell up into the house proper. There would be a shadow if there were light in here, but you just get the sense that there's a looming presence kind of following alongside him all the way up to the top of the stairs. And thankfully, the door opens inwards so it doesn't knock down all the dominoes in the hallway. And we see Gramps kind of peek into the hallway. And yeah, sure enough, along every, would-be walkable space here, it's just dominoes as far as you can see.
The ancient walks up the stairs, though right before he opens the door and everyone's going to see him again, he begins to hover slightly over the floor to make himself look like he's more powerful. And then he does this all the time. Of course, he doesn't actually,
Naturally.
but
Yeah. Yes.
The camera switches back to Claude and Jasper, and it's right when Jasper was talking about doing the dominoes and getting together, there is a very gentle rumble throughout the house, and then a loud knock at the front door, and then you hear the clattering as dominoes all around the house begin to fall into each other, clack, 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 and it just crawls through every corridor, room, and really unoccupied space through the hallway, this rattle of dominoes slapping against each other and falling rhythmically as the whole thing cascades prematurely.
Well,
Woo-wee! Look at him go!
someone is going to die.
Nah, look at him! This is amazing! Watch it!
Fun.
Then there's
Yeah.
another knock at the door. Ka-kung.
I'm busy watching the dominoes.
Mhm.
Claude will go to enter the door, stepping where the dominoes have fallen.
As you approach the door, you hear a final ka-tung, and closer,
Yes, keep your shirt on.
it sounds more like a hammer than a knock. And as you draw open the door, it is in the late evening, so there's not any real light to be worried about in this exact moment. But the person on the other side of your threshold appears to be some sort of civil worker who has nailed something to your front door, and is not the only thing stuck to your front door. There is a cascade of paperwork that falls off of your front door now that it's being opened. Several notices of missed mortgage payments, bank information, warnings about foreclosure, warnings of imminent foreclosure, foreclosure having happened, what to expect now that your house is being foreclosed on, and notification of who now owns your home.
Oh,
And the final thing being nailed into your front door is a notice that your home will be demolished. And out in the front lawn are several yellow construction vehicles. You got your crane, you got the thing with the ball, you got diggers, all sorts of stuff.
well,
Oh, hello. I thought this home was unoccupied.
we've been sleeping for about 2 weeks. This seems to be going very fast.
From the paperwork here, this seems to have been building up for at least 6 months, which is actually a little bit expedited. I would expect this would take a little bit more time, but it seems like someone was very upset with whoever owns this house. Do you own this house by any chance?
Oh, my grandfather owns this house. He is very sickly.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but unfortunately your grandfather did not fulfill his legal duties, and, well, you're going to have to talk to a lawyer, I suspect. I'm just here to put the final notice that this house is going to be demolished, and, well, I guess this is the end of my shift, so good luck.
When is it going to be demolished?
Starting tomorrow morning.
Claude!
Oh!
Claude, who's at the door?
It's just the Protestants. You know how they love to nail their theses to the door. We'll talk about it soon.
Oh, alright. How come lunch didn't get him?
That is a very good question. I will have to talk to your horse.
I don't like how you talk to my horse. You do not talk to Lunch the horse.
He's closing the door on the civil servant
As you're closing the door and the civil servant is walking away, we get just the briefest glimpse of him being mauled by a giant bear.
Beautiful. That's my baby boy.
We also see that my shadow was hanging out right by the door, listening to what was going on. Because I can't go to the door. I look like a monsterman, but my shadows can handle it.
All right. We need to have a family meeting.
But Ma's in the old country.
We need to have a family in this house meeting.
Oh, right. Well, we're all here, right?
Okay, so good news and bad. I was lying about the Protestants. They are not back.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, bad news. Our house is in danger of being foreclosed on. Moves of paper. Has been foreclosed on. Moves of paper. Is going to be demolished tomorrow.
Can they do that?
Yes. It seems that it's been going on for 6 months.
Where is that useless familiar? David!
Hey, I'm sure this isn't Dave's fault.
You hear scampering down the hallway and, like, dominoes being pushed to the side as he gets through the hallway. Yes, lords. What is it that you desire?
Hey, Dave, buddy, how you doing?
I've been fed and watered. I am now hydrated and finally feeling my bowels awaken.
You did an excellent job on those dominoes. They were beautiful.
Well, I am unworthy of your praise.
Okay, this excellent job is where a house is being demolished.
Oh, yeah, that is a...
How did you allow this to happen? You are the one that interacts with the mortal world while we slumber.
Terribly sorry, and he prostrates himself before you. Terribly sorry for allowing such a thing to occur. I was informed by Jasper that foreclosures are fake, and the government isn't real.
Well, I mean, I was informed of that by Claude.
It's largely true, except when it is not. I read it on the internet provided by Dave.
You are right. You are right to be upset with me. Please, punish me as you see fit.
I mean, I'm going to reach down, with my hand, at my clawed finger, and just sort of lift his head up just slightly, and, just give him a little cut across the face.
Oh, thank you, my lord. I am most deserving.
The more you talk like this, the more I think it's just a sex thing for you, Dave.
Yeah, he's kind of more into it than anyone would feel comfortable with.
Yeah, Jasper kind of looks away whenever he starts. Because it's just like, he knows what's coming. He's like, oh, I don't want to see this.
And I also lick a little bit of the blood off of his face. AB negative.
He is, in fact, AB negative.
This is why we keep you around.
Yeah, okay, so we have some options.
Okay, so governments aren't fake?
Governments are fake, but the construction equipment outside is not.
Governments are merely tools for us to manipulate. Now, I suspect now that the government is coming after us, perhaps there are vampiric rivals that wish us ill. Other Draculas that don't understand. I deserve to rule, and you are, well, you're also here.
Right.
Okay.
Sure thing, Tramps.
all right. So foreclosure's real, governments are real. What else is real that I thought was fake?
Well, what did you think was fake?
Oh man, pine trees.
Nope, those are fake.
Real.
All right, I'm getting opposite answers here. Man, I don't know. The list is really long. Like
Loch Ness Monster, real.
Yes,
Bigfoot,
yes.
not real.
oh man, Bigfoot's not real.
Not anymore.
Oh,
That's just, yes, not anymore anyway.
The thing is, all human systems are in fact fake, since they were made by people. They do not exist in nature. Government does not exist in nature. You cannot go pick off a government off a tree and be like, look at this government.
well, maybe if you found a government tree, you could.
This is nonsense. We must deal with our current issues.
Can we just break the trucks and stuff?
I mean, yes, obviously. I figured that's what we were going to do right now.
Okay, yeah.
That will only be a temporary solution, though.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
What about your boyfriend? Can we move in with him?
I mean, it's not. Wait, we're not. I mean, he's amazing, but it's not like. I don't know. Probably not.
Wait, your mortal boyfriend?
Oh, we're not. It's not official or anything.
Don't worry, Grams. Things can be fixed.
No, it is fine. Take what you deserve from the cattle.
I don't. He's not a cat. He's not a cattle. He's a gas station clerk.
Of course.
And which gas station does he work at?
Lurvs.
Lurs. Oh. Long-lasting chain. Love to hear it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great one. They got a couple of restaurants in there. I mean, that doesn't matter to us.
It does good to eat some of the mortal food from time to time.
Really? I feel like it tastes like ash.
Dane, do you want to come with me to destroy these demolition machines while these two blather?
Wait, no, I wanna come. Hang on, let me go grab my bat.
I am already a bat! Poof!
Okay.
I go back to my room and grab like a baseball bat. Because I was referring to that kind of bat and not the animal.
No, I actually have turned myself into a giant, like, monstrous-looking bat.
Yes.
That's flying out towards, one of the bulldozers. And I'm gonna try to pick it up? I don't know.
Here's a fun thing about Oops All Draculas, which is you can do all of the things, like all of the powers of all the other Draculas, with like 1d6, which isn't a lot. It is a high risk of failure, and that's fun. Technically, the Nosferatu does not have shapeshifting, so I would like for you to give me a 1d6, and this will determine how cool your bat is, and some possible repercussions.
When you get a second D6 since we're in the house.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
I read the rules.
Correct. You do get another d6 because you were at the house. You're right.
When, I am planning to actually destroy this thing to have, like, my shadows tear it apart or something. But, she said bat. I wanted to do the bat transformation thing. Other Draculas could do it. I figure I could do it. I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, you're the oldest here, so obviously.
And Claude's great at it, actually.
Yes.
Hey, what's a success? Does it have to be a 6?
Or a 5.
I rolled a 4 and a 5, so that's one success.
Alright, that's one success. This was a pretty basic situation. You're a disgusting, awful bat, just as you want.
Yes.
And you fly off to go dispatch these silly human machines. Would you say that would fall into horror or something else? Or shadow casting, would you say? Those are the same stat.
I was gonna use horror to, terrify any of the, humans that are out there. Are there any humans out there right now?
There are not. They've just, driven the machines up to your house to that.
They just got eaten by a bear.
Yeah, the one that was there got eaten by a bear.
I'm more of a manipulator sort of vampire. I'm gonna use, my shadow casting ability. Just the idea that I control the darkness itself, and they just sort of like claw at this thing and destroy it.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. And we'll say you're still in the house, even though it's the front lawn.
I rolled 2 6s and a 3.
Fantastic. So, yes, Gramps, you go out there and you conjure your horrific shadow monstrosities to tear apart these silly human machines. And then Jasper comes out with a baseball bat to see a wreckage.
Oh man, you didn't leave any for me? I got my bat.
Because I'm a bat. I don't have, like, a human voice.
Yeah, okay.
You then, I do think you are right, though this will be a temporary solution. Should we go down and see if there are any minions at City Hall to put a halt on this demolition?
That may be a plan as well. However, first, can I see those papers? And Dane is going to look through the paperwork to see if they can find the name of the person or company that bought the house.
Yes, you can, in fact. So this was... Since it was foreclosed, it went to the bank that was responsible for any mortgage payments. And from those paperworks, you can see that the bank then sort of... All that responsibility was purchased by a company named Blackwater.
I wonder. I might be able to... It seems that the house is the property, actually, is currently owned by this company called Blackwater. I think I want to see what I can find out about them.
Yes, use your 5Gs to scour the internet.
Yes.
Isn't our power off? I mean, I guess you have your phone, but... Because we could go to a library, I guess, and get you online there.
Yeah, the library would probably still be open for a little bit still.
It's a public place. We're allowed to go inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, you might want to put pants on, grandfather.
Yeah. The issue is I don't really go outside that often. I mostly just reach out with dreams and shadows from the house, which is a very important thing about how we can't let the house be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to mention that I do have pants. I didn't mention pants, but I am wearing pants for the record.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I think skinny jeans.
I assumed everyone was clothed except for me, who explicitly said I'm naked except for a cloak.
I like to assume that every shot with Jasper in it before now was from the waist up.
He didn't have pants on until, like, he came out with his bat, and then he's like, "Oh man!" And then he went inside and put on pants. He just had boxers on.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, he wasn't dicks out.
Let me put on a shirt and my nice wear. And then we can go to the library and then do whatever we need to do to ensure that Gramps' home isn't destroyed.
All right. I will, is there like a sewer system I could be crawling around in on our way to somewhere?
Oh, totally. There's like all sorts of ways.
Okay.
You could like, you could turn into a bat and fly there. You could go through the sewers if you so desire. That's also super valid.
I think I'm gonna be, my plan is to crawl through the sewers and then like send my shadow up to be hanging out with these guys.
Totally. That sounds awesome.
Hey, Gramps.
Yeah.
You could transform into like a little doggy.
No.
You could be
I could turn into a black wolf.
You could be a little doggy. We got one of those vests. We can say you're an emotional support dog.
I have an idea.
I support no one's emotions except for fear.
Sure, yeah, that's the emotion you're supporting.
To be clear, I bring fear. I do not dispel fear.
Yeah, that's what the vest means.
I'm already using that vest for Copernicus.
What were you going to say, Dane?
Well, I have this ointment that I was able to make via the blood work ability, which may be able to make you look a little bit younger, less like you.
I see few reasons to disguise what I am, but I'm curious about your scientific acumen. Let's try it, I guess.
Oh, Acid, he's supporting you. That's your paw, and he's supporting you. That's great. Good job.
Okay.
I knew there was a reason I sired you.
So I'm going to roll blood work for this.
Yeah, give yourself an extra die because you're in the house.
And there's a 6.
I would say this was probably a moderate skill. So we're going to... did you have any ones in those rolls?
No, it was a 6, a 2, and a 3.
Okay, excellent. So the way failure works in this game system is it's kind of optional. There are options that you have on any failure, and those 3 options are: we learn from failure, whatever the Dracula was attempting simply fails, they must try another way to achieve their goal or give up. Sympathy alone can't alter the facts. Whatever the Dracula was attempting partially succeeds, but there's a minor complication chosen by the DM. Or despair has its own calms. Whatever the Dracula was attempting succeeds, but there is a major complication chosen by the DM. When a player fails, the DM presents the following options to them. So, you have those 3 options. You can just simply fail, you can succeed with a minor complication, or succeed with a major complication.
I'll go for partial success with a minor complication, because that's kind of sounds funnier and is more in line with how I figured that roll would have gone.
Your concoction has worked mostly. What about it isn't quite what you were expecting out of it?
There's a corpse smell. Like, Gramps just, like, has this, like, more pungent, like, kind of semi-dusty corpse odor that, like, kind of permeates the area.
Alright, I dig it. Technically, I have to present a minor complication, but that sounds like an excellent minor complication to me, so I feel like we've gotten there. So, Gramps now smells rather corpse-like, but looks younger. Surprisingly younger, it would appear.
And more importantly, human-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I think my eyes are still creepy.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking good, Gramps.
You're like one of the gamers.
What? How am I a gamer? You take that back. I don't even understand that.
You look younger, but you smell terrible.
Ha! Got him.
Got him. Humans are terrible.
Humans. And Dave on the floor is like, excellent joke, lords.
Dave, please.
Yes.
Do not. Go back to your cage. Lock it behind you.
Of course. I will do it promptly. He shuffles.
No, Dave.
Yes.
Fetch me my outfit.
Is it the one with the inner pocket?
Why are you going through my pockets?
My apologies, of course. I didn't see the Werther's original in there.
I only have the one outfit. I don't wear clothes very often. Just get it for me.
Very well. Yes, of course. And Dave shuffles off and brings you your outfit. Or what is this outfit exactly, then?
God, what is the outfit? I had not thought about this. I think I look like a fucking Dracula. Like the most stereotypical Dracula you've ever seen. I got a big fucking Dracula medal that I'm wearing. I got a black cloak. I'm wearing like Victorian garb. Just everything's ruffly and red. And I look like I'm somebody who's taking the Renaissance fair way too seriously.
Love that.
Ah, yes.
All right. He's suited up.
I'm dressed like a weirdo and I smell terrible. Let's go.
Sounds awesome. So you head down into Worcester proper, down the streets. Do any of you own a vehicle? Is a good question.
I'll say yeah. Claude has a
Okay,
vehicle.
what is Claude's vehicle?
I was gonna say, I forgot I had planned on riding Lunch the horse. That's the bear, like a horse.
Okay. So that carries one of you.
Yeah, that carries me. Go ahead with your vehicle, Claude.
Claude does have wealth as one of his powers.
Mm-hmm.
As much as he apparently doesn't use it to keep the house from being foreclosed on.
It was more a paperwork issue, it seemed like.
This is a clerical issue.
Yeah. I think he has a fairly nice car. Just like with tinted black windows. And like, it's kind of like, I think it's like a Mercedes. Black, and the license plate is Suck Daddy.
Tremendous. So, a couple of things happen as you all make your way down into Worcester proper. The first thing that happens is that there's a lot of phone calls that happen because someone is riding a bear into a populated city.
Not the first time either.
The second thing is that although you find the public library with no issues, Claude, it's been a while since you've driven, and it's been a while since you've parked.
Yes.
I'm going to ask for a D6 for your parking, just because.
All right. What? That would not be manipulation of parking. No.
Manipulation is more like manipulating people.
Is parking a party trick? Some might say.
It is not. Sorry, you have something, Damien?
I have a question. How old is this car? Like, is it like a pretty, like a brand new car within the past couple of years?
I think it's a brand new car, but it doesn't have like that automatic parallel parking.
Oh, what I was going to say, because like most of the new, especially Mercedes, generally have like the parking cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to throw in there that Dane could assist with this via, because they had hacked the computer system in the car. To be a little bit more of more assistance to vampire kind when parking.
This sounds excellent. Yes, it sounds like Dane is helping you with your very mundane problem of parking. So add a D6 to that. Roll 2d6.
This is this modern solutions you always talk about. That's 2 5s.
You're so good at parking.
You park just fine. Yeah, great. Excellent. You're at the library. Shannon, what is going on with Lunch the horse, the bear? What are you doing with your bear once you've arrived? Hey Shannon, I have this really awful issue with a rash in a place I can't discuss on air. Do you have anything to help me with that?
Oh boy, do I, Matt! Have you tried Dice Fiends? It's a podcast where games are played, and it's great, and it'll clear all your rashes up, especially the ones in those unmentionable places.
Oh, is it okay if I get it in an orifice?
I don't know how you would do that, it's audio. You can find it anywhere podcasts are.
Alright, I'm gonna head straight to my nearest podcast center and get me a jar of Dice Fiends. Thanks, Shannon.
You're welcome, Matt.
Dice Fiends has not been proven to clear rashes, but it can relieve boredom. If Dice Fiends is exposed to an orifice, contact your doctor immediately. You can find Dice Fiends and other shows like it on the Imaginary Broadcast Network.
So I of course have my cowboy hat on, and I'm non to folks. Howdy, as I meander through town on Lunch the horse.
Most people run away screaming.
Yeah, beautiful. Exactly what I'd expect. And then I think when I get to the library, I just get off him. I'm like, "You're a good boy, Lunch the horse," and I give him a little pet, some little scritches, and he knows what to do. Like he will go and hang out for a little bit, and then I think we have because he's my minion, so like we have some sort of bond, and so whenever I need him again, he just shows up.
Yeah.
So he just fucks off to do whatever he wants.
Cool.
Maybe he goes and eats some people.
A little bit of eating people.
That's why the phones are being called. Not because it's a bear, but because it's Lunch the horse, the bear. People know what's going to happen.
Jasper barely ever eats people, but Lunch the horse, the bear, sure does.
So, Claude, Dane, and the Ancient get out of their vehicle, and like a couple of teens skate by through the library parking lot. One of them gives the Ancient like the devil horns as they skate by.
Are they hanging out near the library doing tricks, or are they just skating by?
I would say they skated by, and they're like grinding on like the sidewalk and any railings that are here.
Okay.
And one of them's like way into your steez.
Does he look like he has any useful skills besides skateboarding? Actually, is he even any good at skateboarding?
No, he's actually quite bad at skateboarding, and his only other redeeming quality is that he has somehow managed to pierce his lower lip by himself.
But he does think I'm cool.
He does think you're cool.
I might need some vampire spawn. I'll think about it.
You're a hit with the youth.
Yes.
As you skulk your ways into the public library, which is, like, brightly lit. So that's a thing.
I do not care for it. Though that does, how the light, oh god, with the fluorescence, there's probably not a lot of, the shadows aren't great.
Yeah,
either,
the shadows
are they?
suck here.
Oh, I hate it.
It's the worst lighting ever. The person at the librarian at the front desk is, like, doing their end of day stuff, and is just, like, looks at their wristwatch, is like, we got an hour. No rush, but it is a Tuesday, and I do gotta get home, so, if you don't mind.
You will get home eventually. Do not worry, librarian person. We can close up for you.
Where is your occult literature?
Oh yeah, fiction is down the aisles that a ways, and he points you down into, like, a darker region of the library.
The occult is not fiction, but you would not understand. And I sort of walk that way, just more excited that it's kind of darker over there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then. Go do your computer magic. You're a hacker man.
Might not want to say that word too loudly in front of people. One moment.
Oh yes, sorry. Your computer magic.
Good sir, your computers are over this way, correct?
Yeah, you don't have to log in, but if you do have a library card, it's helpful if you push that into the little scanner next to it. It helps us keep track of what people are looking for, so we can better find the things that they're trying to get.
Very well. Thank you very much for your help. And Dane reaches in for a handshake.
Yeah, he reaches over. Pleasure to me. I don't think I've seen you in our library before. I'm Carl.
Well met, Carl. And there was a tack kind of taped to Dane, the palm of Dane's hand, that he had done. And I would like to make a hallucinogenics roll.
All right.
Maybe minorly dose this guy?
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
If you could put them to sleep, I could mess with their dreams, too.
That's 2 5s.
Yeah, that sounds like a success to me. What exactly do you want this hallucinogen to do to this poor man?
He's going to lose track of time. He's going to come to probably a good 3-4 hours later, not remembering what happened, but it's going to be the most, like, calming and relaxing trip of his life. That's the only thing he will be able to, like, take away from it. Everybody else, however, sees him running around babbling some sort of gibberish, and at one point walking around like a chicken.
Fantastic. So you see him go clucking away down the halls, probably towards the bathrooms.
Are there any mortals in here?
Oh yeah, there's people, like, in some regions of this library. There's definitely some people working at the computers, which are not terribly far from the front desk. There's, like, a comics section where you can see that there's a couple of kids hanging out. And specifically in your dark, fictional, occult corner, you would probably spot, like, 1 or 2 young women who have found, like, the witchcraft section.
Oh, my people!
It's pretty clear that these are, like, mall witches, like, people that are, like, into the vibes but don't actually know shit about it.
That's fine. I can teach them.
Oh my god.
What? I'm vaguely going to be talking to these mall witches, but we don't need to do that scene necessarily. We can see some other people doing stuff.
So, Dane, I suspect that you will probably be making your way towards the computers.
Yes.
So as you get to the array of computer desks, there's a lot of evidence here that people of lower financial rank have come through this area quite often. There are cigarette butts kind of stuck into, like, in between some of the keys here. It looks like someone rolled a blunt and left some remnants along, like, the edges of this little half cubicle kind of thing. But it is a fully functional computer connected to the actual real internet. And whoever was using this computer before was on Wikipedia looking up a episode list of Seinfeld.
The Worst show.
Don't they know they're supposed to sign out?
Terribly rude.
They only Seinfeld.
Ah.
Noticing this, first thing Dane's gonna do is check and see if the computer's logged, like, actually signed into by a library account.
It doesn't seem like they have library accounts specifically, but this person who was surfing the net left themselves logged into their Gmail account. It looks like this was a Thomas Goodman. This person apparently runs some sort of Seinfeld website.
Oh, okay. Dane is going to use their hacking skill to kind of, like, route through that Seinfeld website and basically make it so that that's the IP address trail. Like, it ends there. And then they're going to try and see if they can get into or any information about this Blackwater company.
Yeah, totally. Since this is your signature power, this just happens without needing any sort of rolls. So, you get to digging, and you trace the route of the events which led to your house's imminent destruction. The case is pretty clear once you get yourself going. Whoever was in charge of the mortgage payments was not doing them because they weren't present anymore. And this whole situation should have taken quite a bit longer, but it was definitely expedited by a person who is in the paperwork as BVB, and in some other parts of the documents you find out that their first two initials are BV, but their last name is in fact Blackwater, so it is also, like, their last name,
Okay.
and it is the company that they've named after themselves. Through a little bit of Google searching, it is almost trivial to find, like, the hidden websites where all the sort of insidious things happen on the internet that are not privy to mortals. And you find, like, the vampire live journals, and someone who goes by the name Baron von Blackwater is boasting about getting a brand new plot of land in Worcester, Massachusetts.
I knew it!
Baron von Blackwater, eh?
Oh, and who is this Blackwater fuck?
This is probably a Dracula that you might know of, who resides in Worcester. He is a landowner who pries on those who are not keeping a close eye on their financials, and is also just an asshole. However, 400 years ago, he totally hosted a major rager in Transylvania. It was epic.
Oh, Blackwater, that asshole. Oh, that was a good time.
Who?
Long story short, we can burn down his house.
Oh, well, so that'll let us keep our house?
Probably not, but you'll fuck him over.
I'm not done yet. One last thing Dane is going to do is they're going to put in, like, essentially false paperwork saying that, like, into Blackwater's systems, saying that Blackwater sold us the house back, or the property back, for $1.
Cool.
No, he sold it back to us for $1.
Let me write that down real quick for no reason.
So, what do you know of witchcraft, my dear?
Oh, this is so creepy. This is an old man asking a teenager what they know of witchcraft.
No, okay, first of all, you said that I looked younger, and also, these are not teens.
Yeah, these are like young adult women.
Yeah.
Alright.
One of them sees you in your getup, and, like, gives you the, like, can you believe this guy, like, that look that young women give you that's like, oh no, they think I'm really not cool. And the other one gives, like, a sniff.
I know more about black magic than these paltry tomes could ever tell you.
One of the one that's probably the closest to you is, like, kind of inching away, and you see the other one has reached into her purse and is beginning to pepper spray you.
like actually is pepper spraying me.
Yeah, just.
Ah, 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 ah.
Good thing it wasn't garlic spray.
Yeah.
I want to terrify these women. I want them to know what true fear is.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my horror skill.
I think they know what true fear is, judging by the pepper spray.
I think that's a failure. I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Love that. So, we have options then. So, you have the 3 options again. It can just straight up fail. Then you would have to try a different route to terrify them. You can partially succeed, and I will give you a minor complication. Or you can fully succeed, and I will give you a major complication.
Honestly, while I do like the complications and stuff, I think the best thing that happens here is I just am sputtering. I just fail completely. It's just nothing.
Yeah, the rest of the Draculas hear Gramps being creepy and weird over in the fiction section, and then and just coughing and wheezing and just and
I stumble away to the darkest part of the library with the most shadows. Actually, I go outside.
What Gramps stumbles into in the parking lot is the kids have kind of skateboarded away from a ruckus at the other end of the parking lot, and that specific ruckus is that animal control has come by and has begun tranquilizing Lunch the horse. And they've got him down, and they're starting to get him bagged up.
No! My baby!
Can I use... So I wrote my signature power is Vast Conspiracy of World Domination, which I believe is that I have minions all throughout the world in various, positions of power and not quite so much power.
Yeah.
Could I know one of these animal control people? Could I have... or maybe no, or can I roll? I know the signature power is it succeeds automatically, but it's such a broad thing. I'm willing to roll to know this guy's boss or something like that, or maybe know this guy.
Give me a d6, and on odds, one of these 2 people that are backing up Lunch the horse will know who you are. On an even, they will both know that you are their true master.
Okay, yeah, I just reach it out in my dreams and corrupting people.
As you do.
I got a 2. All
right. So, yeah, they're starting to back up Lunch the horse, and then you shuffle over there, probably eyes puffy.
Yes.
And how do you correct their simple mistake?
What are you doing?
Oh, my lord. Sorry, we've adapted your latest minion's speaking mannerisms whenever you're around. I didn't know. Is this animal under your purview?
It is the mount of a... You know what? You guys can just take it, actually. Actually, it's fine. You can take the bear. I don't really... He really doesn't really need the bear. But it's gonna be...
That's our defense. That's our home defense.
Oh, it is the home defense.
Never forget.
Could you just call this... Could you just say that the bear ran away?
Very well. Would you prefer that we send the bear home?
Yes! No, because then he's gonna be very sad about the... He thinks it's a horse.
Oh, okay.
He does not know anything about noble steeds. You know what? I'll send it away. Bear. Horse.
The horse does not respond because it's been tranquilized. One of them is like, Johnson, Johnson, get the adrenaline. Someone goes in the...
You know what? Bring it back to the house and drop it off.
Very well, as you wish, my lord. They hoisted the bear into the back of the animal control van and drive off to deliver Lunch the horse back to the home.
And make sure that I get the animals that I need, okay? I'm expecting them by the end of the month.
Hey, Matt, I just have one thing I have to say to you.
Yes.
You absolute son of a bitch. How could you do this to me?
It's very easy, in fact.
I can't believe you. Harming my beloved Lunch the horse, the bear. Well, I don't know that anything's wrong with my bear, unless I get, like, minion vibes. I don't know if that's a thing.
You could give me an empathy roll to see if, like, you notice something is going on.
Ooh, a thing I'm good at.
It is a thing.
I was checking to see if any of my bonds would play into this, but I don't think so. That is 1 success.
Okay.
On empathy.
Jasper, you're, like, watching Dane, like, hacker mode into whatever boring shit they're doing.
It's so boring.
You get, like, a ping in the back of your mind from Lunch the Horse that's like, I'm very sleepy, but in a weird way. And it's like, this is weird.
I have mind reading too, I forgot.
And you see the ancient, like, shuffle out of the library, or moments after, puffy-eyed and coughing. Something is amiss.
I'll be right back. I think I gotta go check on Lunch the horse.
Oh,
As you emerge from the library, you come upon the ancient instructing his apparent minions to just bring the bear back home. And they're, like, pushing him into the van.
Gramps, is Lunch okay? Lunch, are you okay?
I don't think Lunch could say anything.
Oh, yeah,
Lunch
I know.
cannot say anything.
And Lunch is a bear. Of course he can't say anything.
and unconscious.
You get a big berry on.
Oh, my little baby.
Your lunch is on its way back to the house.
That's what they say with DoorDash.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it makes it sound like I ordered takeout.
You're the one that named it Lunch the Horse when it is a bear.
You gotta say his full name, Lunch the horse. You can't just call him Lunch. You gotta call him Lunch the horse.
Well, you know what? You need to call me the Ancient.
But you're my Gramps.
I am not related to you. I did not sire you.
I know, Ma sired me, obviously.
So I am not your parent.
Right, you're not my parent, you're my Gramps. That's a step, not a step above. That makes it seem like it's like a pecking order, but you know, it's once removed.
I am at the top of the pecking order. I am at the top. You are weak blood.
Well, that's just rude.
No, that is just uncalled for.
Yeah.
You're in the library.
Maybe Claude came out with his brother, who knows?
Yeah.
Claude emerges to chime in. Wait a minute, I hear drama.
I am a dramatic bitch.
That is true. I've known this man for 200 years, and every second has been dramatic.
But it's been fun. Anyway,
Enough of this.
do you think we solved the problem for now? Or should we go burn down Blackwater's house?
Ooh, it would be good to make him pay. But direct assaults of vampires against vampires are not the things that need to happen in the streets. Really, I think our biggest issue is getting the power back on. Did we get the power back on?
We
Is
did
Dave
not.
doing that? I need my black noise machine to work.
I think we
Wait.
just gotta pay the bill, right? Because they're not fake either.
Yes. Grabs, don't you have a conspiracy? Couldn't you just get mortals to burn down his house for us?
That's the point that I was going to make. Yes, I could send my minions to do this. Now, admittedly, I try not to have them act out openly, okay? All of them have meticulously important roles to serve in my vast plan. My current target, Vladimir Putin. I will make him mine. But that is neither here nor there at the moment.
That guy's a loser.
He is. That's why I'm targeting him. No one will notice.
Claude rolls his eyes. He's going to probably be dead by some kind of poisoning soon anyway.
Yes, but if I go after democratically elected leaders, they could just be replaced.
Like he won't?
This audio production is a work of fiction, and references to real-life people are not indicators of any activity that is inspired or shall happen in any manner.
I would like you to note that I said nothing about poisoning Vladimir Putin or anything like that.
Anyway, so, I was thinking.
I suppose I suppose we could do that. We have enough minions. I could oversee them. No, wait, they could just attack during the day. I think that makes sense. Just attack during the day.
He does not have a bear, a horse.
I mean, Lunch the horse is definitely a bear. Like, y'all know that, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. His name's just Lunch the horse.
Can we pay the power bill? Dane! Where is Dane?
He is in the library still with those witches who chased you off.
Where are those skateboard kids?
They have probably gone home.
They're at the other end of the parking lot, still skating.
I might go eat a skateboard kid. I'm getting very frustrated.
As you do.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go walk over to the skateboard kids, and I'm gonna try to terrify them, and then I'll grab one of them and eat.
Okay.
In, like, public?
It's dark. I'll scare them. I'll lure one down the alley and I'll eat him. It's fine. I fucking hate being out in public. This shit sucks. People fucking putting things in my eyes. Bears causing trouble.
I have a question for Shannon.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think Jasper's boyfriend is working yet? At the Lurves?
Oh yeah, 100%. Do you think that Claude and Jasper are gonna go give him a visit?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Are you gonna go make him pay your electric bill?
Oh,
Maybe.
actually, I'm yeah. That's. Oh, I don't want to see that. That's referring to Grimps.
Yes, let's go to the Lurves. Let's pay your boyfriend a visit.
Oh yeah, he can maybe. I don't know how you pay a power bill. Maybe he knows. He's really smart. Like.
I'm sure he will.
He's the smartest guy I know. Besides all the other guys I know.
He'll be a great friend.
He already is.
So since Jasper and Claude are going to fuck off and not help you with horrifying these kids in Siren Spawn, we'll have to resolve that with no bonus dice. And then once that has been resolved, I'll assume that at that point Dane has finished all of their hacker business and probably emerges from the library. So let's roll some dice and find out how that goes. First with the horror.
Okay. I'm gonna try to scare these kids, and if maybe one of them's brave enough, maybe I'll just turn them instead. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 6 and a 2.
So they all kind of scatter in every direction. You can just, lurk behind the one of your chosen and just, follow them into an alley where they're trying to skate away from you.
All right. I want to go after the one that went in the alley is the one who threw me the devil horns and thought I looked kind of cool.
Totally.
All right. By the way, when I horrified them, I just my mask dropped, as it were, from the spell, and I just sort of looked like I was. I grabbed the cool teen, and I ask him, "Do you want the power that I have?"
Bro, if it's your mixtape, just give it to me, and I'll go. I'll share it on my Spotify playlist. We could be cool, right?
Oh, you're gonna be cool, right? I'm gonna sire this. I'm gonna turn him into a vampire.
Okay.
I'm an asshole. Whatever. Sorry, guys. Daniel, real Daniel Fernandez says don't attack teens, but I'm a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a jerk.
I like that it's possible that you could fail this roll. So let's find out.
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh my god.
That is incredible. Okay.
Love to see it.
This library has become my Waterloo.
Oh my god. Okay, so
I can't believe I rolled.
You, bare your fangs and you get ready to sire this person, and, just as you're about to do it, you get, a bunch of flashlights shine on you down the alleyway, and there's apparently a number of police officers who are down here dealing with a completely unrelated situation.
I was gonna say, also my glamour is off. I look just full fucking monster.
Yeah. So, a bunch of very, bright lights just shine on you, and it's just, poof, spotlights. And you have guns drawn on you. They were apparently dealing with some minor traffic situation down, on a street adjacent. And, now this horrible thing.
Probably some accidents caused by their people looking at a bear.
Yeah, definitely. So you've guns drawn on you, and you're just like deer in headlights kind of situation.
I throw the child at the cops and begin to run away.
What is wrong with this place?
Cool. So the cops know about you.
They've seen me in their dreams.
That's amazing. I'm so happy.
I'm going back to the house. Fuck this. I'm gonna leave my shadow around and maybe talk to Dane, but I'm out of here.
Yeah, Dane, you leave the library and fucking everyone's gone. There's the shadow of the ancient who's really pissed off and frustrated.
And the car's gone also, so have fun walking.
Yeah, the car's gone too.
gone.
What the fuck? Where did we go?
After Dane has solved all of our problems just by going on a computer, everything is solved, essentially.
And we just fucking abandon him.
Like, leave me behind? Jeez. And at this point, Dane's still connected to Dane connected their phone to the library Wi-Fi and is just out of, sheer boredom at this point and frustration, is going to put Never Gonna Give You Up going over the loudspeaker on a continuous loop and set it so it needs a password, like it's password protected in order to stop it.
That's truly awful, and I love it.
And the librarian isn't going to stop it. He's running around like a chicken.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's transition then to the Lerv's gas station.
The entire ride over, Jasper was just like waxing poetic about Aiden, about Claude. He's the greatest. He's the most beautiful man you've heard all of this a million times. He does this all the time with whoever he's interested in at the time.
But it's not like his first crush.
No, it's not like Nina, which is different. Yeah, I don't think she was his first, but she was the special one.
But he's waxing poetic, but it's not to the level of how he's talking about Nina.
Yeah.
So you pull up on the Lervs. It's dark out now. The lights are on inside. There's only a couple other cars here at the Lerv's gas station, and after having it explained to you quite thoroughly how wonderful this Aiden Snyder is, you finally see this paragon of male romantic figures through the windows of the Lerv's, and it is Aiden's a fairly youngish man, probably 25-ish. He has a ponytail. He has some acne, and he's wearing a League of Legends shirt.
Your tastes have gone down since the 20s, brother.
Matt, you're my favorite person.
I mean, nobody's perfect.
Hey, maybe he's okay at League of Legends.
What do you mean? He's just so good looking.
As you say he's so good looking, you get a clear view of him taking some chewing tobacco and packing that into his gum line.
Ah, gross. I take it back.
Well.
Dumped.
Claude will just look over to Jasper, put his hand on his shoulder. He is so good looking. There's plenty of time for him to change his more disgusting habit of his. Oh, let's go in. Let's see if he can help us with our problem.
Yeah, because he probably knows how to pay a power bill.
Alright, going in.
Alright. You get the little bell rattle as you enter the Lerv's, and there's a couple of people in here buying junk food. They're obviously wildly drunk. I think I said it was a Tuesday or something. It doesn't matter. They're wildly drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Worcester.
Yeah.
It's $2 Tuesday.
It is $2 Tuesday.
Also Taco Tuesday.
When you make your entrance properly into the Lerv's, Aiden is finishing up checking out, and I mean cashing out, not checking out in the other sense of the word. One of the other people in here, giving them their cigarettes, and then notices you, and he smiles big, and you can see like the teeth are a little stained from the chewing tobacco, but it's fine. He's got his charms.
Gross.
Oh, Jasper. It's good to see you here. I didn't think I'd be seeing you outside just before. Oh, well, I guess it's a bit dark now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that accent that you got. It's like we're supposed to be together, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, how you been, darling? It's been a couple weeks.
It's been all right. You know, I know you left me on red, but this is a thing that you do. I mean, you're very busy. I know you got your singing, you got your other thing that you were telling me about. I'm drawing a blank on it. What was that thing that you were doing with that group of people? They were wearing those masks, and it was something about cactuses.
The orgy?
Yeah, the orgy, the cactus orgy. You were busy with your cactus orgy and stuff, so I know you were busy. I didn't want to interrupt your very important business. But how you been? It's been 2 weeks. How was the orgy?
I'm busy laughing at the cactus orgy.
Nothing but a million pricks.
Hey.
Oh.
Boo. I mean, bleh.
Blah.
It is good to meet you, Aiden.
Oh, yeah, Aiden, this is my brother, Claude.
Pleasure to meet you, Claude. And he reaches over the counter and shakes your hand.
And Claude will shake his hand very cordially and be like, Aiden, we do have an issue. We could use your assistance in. If we could go to the back room for a little more privacy.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Sure, of course we could. Let me just put up a sign here that says I'll be going on my break. I ain't got no supervisor here at the moment, so we're just gonna...
Oh, that is excellent
Amazing.
news.
Don't worry. If anyone steals anything, the cameras will catch them. And I know the cops will find them, no problem. So, yeah, let's go in the back. We're gonna go in the walk-in freezer.
Yes, let's go in the walk-in freezer for sound dampening and privacy.
Sure, yeah. Why do we need this much privacy, Claude?
Electric bills are serious business.
Oh, right, okay.
He leads you into the back room. He puts up a little sign that says he's going on break.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you go into the walk-in freezer. And he's like, so what can I help you with? What is it that we need privacy for?
Do you know how to pay an electric bill?
I mean, sure. My mom pays them, but I think I know how that sort of thing works.
Oh.
Very useful.
Maybe we can just have Dane do it then, if you're not sure.
Do you know websites and the like?
Do I know what? I'm sorry?
Websites and the like.
Yeah, I go on all sorts of websites. I go on Wikipedia sites for League of Legends, and he points at his shirt. I research all kinds of stuff. Have you seen the Netflix special?
The Netflix special for League of Legends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a show that you told me to watch, so I did.
Well, what'd you think of it?
I think that it was good, and I definitely did actually watch it.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'll quiz you on it later. You know how I like to quiz people on stuff I'm passionate about.
Uh-huh, yep.
But anyway, yeah, I know websites. I mean, and what's going on with your power? Do you not paying your power bill? What's going on? What's the situation?
I think they called it a clerical error. Right, Claude?
Yes, very much so. He says, like, walking behind Aiden, like, just observing him.
He clearly works a lot of nights. He doesn't look like he is the kind of person that showers every day.
I really pick a winner.
What is your blood type, Aiden?
Why are you asking him that, Claude?
Oh, no, it's just curiosity. Get to know my little brother's boyfriend better.
Oh, of course. My blood type is red.
Claude, I already told you we're not official. I told you that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, are we not? Are we not official?
Are we? I don't know. Claude, blood type? Why are you asking?
But Jasper, what did that kiss mean? Nothing to you?
Oh.
Well,
You said that I was your peach pie.
I did say that, and it wasn't song.
You said that you'd always be there for me, and that, like, you said something about, like, amore, like the moon or something. I forget what the song was. How did it go? How did that song go?
No.
You're great at singing.
I am great at singing.
In fact, it's your signature power, I might say.
I'm so good at it that it's my signature power. That's how. But I don't think now's the time or the place for singing. I already sang it for you the one time. You know.
Can I put my arm around Aiden?
Yeah, and
It's just like kind of a hug. And just try to calm him down because it sounds like this is upsetting him.
well, yeah, he thought they were official. Maybe
Yeah,
this is why he
but-
wasn't invited to the cactus orgy.
My little brother has had some troubles in the past and has a hard time giving his heart to other people, but he has said nothing but good things about you, Aiden.
That's technically true.
Did you know it's his birthday today?
Oh my goodness, I did not. You never told me about your birthday.
We like to keep it as a family affair.
I'm gonna bite him on the neck.
Oh no!
That went somewhere. You do not have the power to sire as part of your core abilities. However,
Oh no, I'm not trying to sire him.
You're just trying to kill your brother's boyfriend?
I'm just trying to injure him.
what is
Could I use mystery?
what is the mystery here?
Why the fuck he's doing this? No. Because he was dropping clues and being, like, all subtle about it until he wasn't. He was trying to lure Aiden into a false sense of security.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be? I think manipulation would work,
Manipulation could totally work.
which is your better skill.
Yeah, look.
Go big or go home, Chell. Come on.
Yeah.
Alright. Manipulation.
Manipulating both me and Aiden.
What's a terrible failure? Is it all ones?
I forget. I'll just give you the three choices, just to keep things moving along. You can just completely fail. You can partially succeed, and I will add a minor complication, or you can fully succeed, and I will give you a major complication.
I am going to partially succeed, and my goal is to injure Aiden enough that my secret with Jasper is that he has never successfully sired someone, and his
He thinks he can't do it.
true love Nina he accidentally killed, but I took the fall for it when he tried to sire her.
Okay.
So I am going to injure Aiden enough to the point where he won't recover to try and force Jasper to try and sire him.
Oh my god. Interesting. Okay, so
Meanwhile, this is all going on, and my shadow and Dane are just hanging out outside the library, I guess. I don't know.
just imagine, like, the ancient shadow smoking a shadow cigarette.
Yes.
He's had a rough day.
Yeah, the ancient has had a really bad night here. Okay, so you've partially succeeded, I guess, in trying to get Jasper to sire Aiden. Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Yes.
I suppose there is some level of consent in this. Would Jasper play along with this?
There's not consent.
Okay.
Claude, what are you doing?
We'll say that you've set up the situation that very easily Jasper could sire this person if they chose to.
The minor complication is that I don't want to.
Yeah, the minor complication is apparently that Jasper does not want to.
I think also because like I have described Jasper as like having a flavor of the week, and I think this one was just about done. So that's like another part of it.
I'm finished with this one. Gone.
Jasper, my friend, my brother. It has been long enough since Nina. You need to try again. It does not matter if we keep him around. There are Places to get rid of. They're places to send other vampires.
What you want me to send him to some sort of like vampire farm up in the old country?
Yes, Ma needs some more people to educate and do her bidding.
I don't want to sire him.
Are you just going to let him die then?
Why did you do that? Why did you?
You need to learn how to sire. You need to learn. You can do it. You are a vampire like the rest of us, brother.
Dracula.
Yes.
A Dracula like the rest of us, brother.
I cannot sire. You know that part of my Dracula powers is broken. I can't do it.
You failed once. And you never tried again.
Well, that's technically true, but that's how you know that you can't do something. You fail at it.
You know how many times I failed? I fail all the time. But unlike you, I know that I am better than that. And I know you are better than that. If you want to let him die, fine. I have no connection to this mortal or any of these mortals in here. I am doing this so you will know you can do it. I am doing this so you can be more of a vampire.
This isn't making me more of a vampire. This is just killing this guy.
Not if you save him.
Well, okay. So I want to try to save him, but not how Claude means. I'm gonna try and stop the bleeding.
Okay.
There's not like a healing sort of thing.
You're Dracula. Healing is not in your purview,
No.
rather. Let's see what we have for powers in general. We've got...
Blood work, maybe?
Yeah, possibly blood work. You'd be rolling that with 1d6, because I don't expect that Claude is going to help you in this.
Mm-hmm.
No.
If you hadn't ditched me, I might have had a minion that knew how to fix people up. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
Could I use my bond with Claude, since that is what this is about? Even though Claude's not helping me, but it's still, like, fueling me?
I will say yes. You get your 2d6 here.
Ah, you bastard.
Sucker!
Literally.
I didn't get anything. I got a 1 and a 2.
That sounds like a failure. So you have 3 options. None of them are going to be terribly great unless you want to take a major complication.
I'm going to... You know what? No one's chosen it yet. I'm gonna fully succeed with a major complication.
Okay.
Because I'm bad at being a vampire.
So...
Dracula, sorry.
Yes, thank you. You, probably expend, you probably, pull some of the blood that was spilled and just, put it back in his body, and then, sort of like a stapler, kind of use your vampire teeth to clamp his flesh wound closed.
Mm-hmm.
And after a bit, it takes him a while, it's a walk-in freezer, he stumbles to his feet, and is just like, Jasper, what happened here? Why do I feel like I just got attacked by your brother? Why did he bite me?
He didn't bite you. You just poked yourself on the shelf there.
It was all those hallucinogenics you youth take.
Alright, I think I gotta go back. I think my break's over.
Yeah,
I think we're over too, actually. I don't think we're a good match, if I'm being honest. For some reason, I get the feeling that you're not right for me, and I'm sorry to break it to you like this. I know you're gonna be brokenhearted.
it just feels the country western singing. It's like 90% heartache.
You're free to hang out in the walk-in freezer for a while. I just gotta go, I guess. I got a lot of feelings right now.
Uh-huh, yeah, that makes sense. Bye.
Bye, I guess.
Have a good night, Aiden. You go be legendary with the rest of your league.
Bye. He walks off, and your major complication is that he's not going to help you with your electric bill. And you're not going to get your electric bill paid, and you're not going to have electricity when you get back to the house. or probably for a while.
Fair enough. Like, for a major complication, that's not...
I thought the major complication was that I got dumped instead of doing the dumping.
That's just a little extra spice on the top of the shit cake.
Yeah.
So back to Dane standing outside of the library. So a bunch of stuff happened. The Ancient got caught by the police and was kind of lurking as a shadow but outside of the library and informed you of what happened, probably very grumpily. And about the time that, like, he's finished telling you all that stuff, the police show up and are just like, hey, sorry, have you seen, like, a very tall guy in a very obviously Dracula-style overcoat run through here at all?
I was inside the library for the past, 45 minutes. How could I see anything out here?
Okay. They, chirp their little, walkie-talkie, alright, we're gonna spread out through the neighborhood and see if we can locate the suspect. And they, one of them was like, thank you, and they run off. Clearly the hunt is on to find the Ancient.
So, after they run off,
Mm-hmm.
because as I'd established, I'm still connected to the library's Wi-Fi with my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back through the Gmail account of the Seinfeld fan there, and I'm going to... Now, in the real world, kids don't do this. But Dane is going to then essentially use a voice over IP phone connection to SWAT Blackstone's house.
You love to see it.
We're bad people. We're bad people.
I mean, you are Draculas.
Dane is the one who's playing to the mission objective.
Dane's the only one actually accomplishing things.
Hey, I accomplished something. I dumped my loser boyfriend.
No, he dumped you, actually.
Yeah, no, he
Damn
don't.
You broke up with.
That's like a super vampire drama thing to have happen, too. Okay, so you voice over IP SWAT Baron von Blackwater's house. And would you like to do anything else while you're at the library?
I guess as a backup plan, because I don't really know what's going on at the convenience store there.
No one does.
Dane is going to try and connect to the electricity company and have payments for the house come out of Blackwater's business account.
It's your signature power. It just happens. There's no complications. There's no consequences to this at all. Totally. So, I suppose, considering everything that's happened in this very eventful night, there's not actually terribly that much more to do downtown tonight. So I'd imagine that you would return to the very safe region of your home.
Yeah.
Far away from the police, far away from any romantic distress.
Arguing with Claude the whole way home.
I think I send a minion to pick up Dane. I send a minion to pick up Dane.
An Uber shows up to pick you up.
My minions!
My minion will be there in 15 minutes and 29 seconds.
His name is Larry F.
He's driving a Ford F-150. The license plate is blah.
You don't know that I don't secretly run Uber.
Yeah.
I'm evil.
The most evil of all. And Shannon, you say Jasper is arguing with Claude the whole way home.
Mhm.
Claude is not saying anything.
Okay, then Jasper's lecturing Claude the whole way home. How could you do that? He's not like anyone important, even though the whole way to Lurvs, Jasper was going on about how important he was and how he was the one and all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even that important, and I didn't want to do that. I don't want to sire anybody, or maybe I will one day, but not now, and just going on and on.
So, you finally get home, you retire. Days go by. during a terrible thunderstorm, lightning, all that fun stuff, there is a knock on the door. Dun dun.
Yes. What? Open the door.
As you open the door, there is a man in a huge coat, like exceptionally huge fur coat. And he's got, like, the collar popped up, and he's wearing this big fuck-off, like, hat, like this huge brimmed, like, almost like a fedora type hat. And he's, like, he's kind of about the same age you would expect as the Ancient. He is really monstrous, and behind him, silhouetted by a flash of lightning, there is an Uber car somewhere in your driveway that he has taken here. Baron von Blackwater stands at your threshold and says, may I come in?
No.
What is the purpose of this visit, Blackwater?
Yo, fuck off, Blackwater.
Oh, the Ancient. I see that you reside here still. They allow you here?
I allow them here.
It would seem that they have the run of the house.
Are you two exes?
Just get out of here, Blackwater.
No, I have words with you. You have done terrible things to me and my company. And
You have...
do not interrupt me. I am the Dracula Master.
Yes, okay, go for a Daddy Master.
I will have words with you, Ancient. It has come to my attention that, despite my very legal and cool manipulation of the human systems, you have thwarted my chances at getting rid of your wretched household and putting something much more sinister on this plot of land.
I mean, we're pretty sinister.
This place is mad sinister, bro.
It's barely sinister. The shadows don't even screech.
You rolled in an Uber. Shut the fuck up.
In the weeks since I tried to eat that kid, I've been trying to like study teens and be cool. It's not working well. But
I hate that
that's,
so much.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Jasper's been helping you with
The duality.
with his new muse.
Okay, well, yes, hello. Yes, we beat you. Sucks to be you. And by we, I mean actually, to be fair, my master manipulation is the fact that we have Dane, who figured it out.
Dane.
You know.
Acid
Yes.
override. I'm fully aware of his manipulation of the Weber tubes that he's been doing.
I really doubt that you are.
You have no proof of this. You have no proof of anything.
Yes, I just lied when I said he did it.
Yes, we all have our fingers in everyone else's cookie jars.
You know who actually did it? It's this guy named Aiden Snyder. He works at the Lurves.
Do not talk to me about your ex. He's been blathering on the live journal.
We weren't ever dating. I don't know where that is.
That's not what I got from his posting. He's very active on the League of Legends forums.
Why are you on the League of Legends forums?
It's a hobby. Everyone needs a hobby. That's not what I came here for. And for some reason, my accent got a little Scottish there.
Hey, you're old. You've lived a lot of places. It makes sense.
It happens. When you get to my age, you forget what your accent is.
Okay, get to the point or I'll slam the door.
I've come here not to threaten you, as you may expect. I come because you've shown yourself to be a manipulator of masterful proportions, and I have a business opportunity for you.
Would it impugn on your ethics, brother?
Allow me in past your threshold, and I will relate to you my grand plan that I call Airbnb.
Yes, come in.
Can we be a little bit fast about it? I have him still running on the timer. He charges not by the mile, but by the minute.
Do you want me to...
I don't think
okay.
that's how Ubers work. Dane, is that how Ubers
That
work?
is not how Ubers work.
Ancient, this is your company, and I've been lied to. Explain.
Come inside. we will dominate these humans financially.
Yes.
Dominate them by cleaning bills.
We will make them pay a cleaning fee, even though they also have to clean each place.
Yes. And I will also make sure that they don't pass a bunch of laws that are slowly destroying Airbnb. I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Perfect.
All right, you guys do all that. I got a date with Allison, so bye.
Oh.
The door closes on your household, and the storm rages on, and inside the dark bidding continues, as well as the fact that your house is not going to be demolished as well.
We did it.
We did it. We solved your house puzzle.
Wasn't that fun? Just a friendly reminder that we would love for you to join us on our Daniel's Dread Tales Discord. Come on by, say hi, I'm nice. You can find a link to it in our episode description or on our Twitter at Dan's Dread Tales, all one word. I'd also love for you to review us on Apple Podcasts. And, you know, they can give you so many stars, and you can have all 5 of them to give to our show. It really would help us out. Tune in next time, November 3rd, for some fun action at the end of the world. But be on your toes. Some big changes are coming to Daniel's Dread Tales. You're not going to want to miss them.